This is the 2025 Honda Civic Hatchback Sport. Is it a great economical choice? Hey everybody, it's Tom from Vehicle Visionary. I hope you're having a great day. We're at Holmes Honda to go over the particulars on this rally red with black interior Civic and give you the important details. If you want to know more, if you want to come in and maybe buy this particular model or something else at the dealership, check out the link in the description of the video. We're going to find LED headlights and LED daytime running lights here on the front end. You're going to have that classic look with the upper and the lower grille here on the Civic, but I like having the matte black finish down here. That's always better than gloss black, even though gloss black can look nice. Some people might like it, some people might not, but the good thing I like is that matte black will not show any damage from debris, rocks, all that kind of stuff the same way that a gloss black finish will do. And you'll have the active air curtains right here, not very big, but they are here on this Civic for the 2025 model year. This model is only going to come in front-wheel drive. I know a lot of people would love to see an all-wheel drive Civic, but gonna have to wait to see if that happens later in the life of these Civics, but I wouldn't hold my breath. Front-wheel drive only. 18-inch wheels, but I'll tell you what, the gloss black wheels really pop with this rally red exterior color. And as far as your side view mirrors go, they are going to be manually folding, but everything else that you want is going to be here. They're heated, they're power adjustable, and you have your blind spot monitoring built in. Well, I take that back. There is one more thing that is not here, which is the turn signal indicators built in. But that's the way it is on this trim level. There's your remote, lock, unlock. You will find a remote start and use your panic button right there if you need to. That is a proximity key, and you have the walk-away feature. Here on the rear, I like the lines, the overall design with the Civic Hatchback. I think it looks a little more sporty than the Civic sedan, but you can tell me what your thoughts are down in the comment section. You're going to find the shark fin antenna. You see the rear window wiper right there, and you also have your rear window washer. That's what that is, if you were curious. And we're going to find LED taillights back here, a very nice looking rear on the Civic. There's your Sport logo, the Honda logo, and the Civic logo. Now this is just a dampened hatch back here, but you can see once you start to lift that a little bit, it opens up. We're looking at 24.5 cubic feet worth of cargo capacity. That works out pretty well. There's a lot of space back here. Let's see if I can get that on there. There's your cargo cover in case you're curious about that, to know if that is here or not. And one more thing that I know a lot of you would like to know about. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. I think I can. There's an Easter egg for you, the spare tire. Motivation for getting this Civic down the road comes from a 2-liter direct injection 4-cylinder that makes 150 horsepower and 133 pounds-feet of torque. It is mated to a CVT. How about your MPGs? Let's see what you get. We're looking at 30 city, 38 highway, 34 combined, and 2.9 gallons of gas per every 100 miles driven. The Civic comes with a 12.4 gallon gas tank with capless fuel fill. When you lock the interior, the gas door also locks. On a single tank of gas, you should be able to drive about 384 miles in the city and about 483 miles out on the highway. Your rear seat passengers will find an armrest back here that is pretty comfortable. I always like for this area to be completely flat as opposed to angled like this, but it works here. I see if they did make it flat, it would be harder to get to the door bin. So that is understandable. I just prefer for it to be a little bit more flat than what it is. And the door bin is right there. Not a whole lot else to talk about back here. You can't change the angle of the seats, but they do have some nice recline built into them. And it actually is fairly roomy for the size of vehicle that we have right here with this Civic. This particular model does not come with a sunroof. And while you don't have USB ports or air conditioning vents back here, the lack of the air conditioning vents I don't think is as big of a deal because of the size of the interior. What's in the front should do a good job. The sticker price on this Civic is $28,600. Not a bad price in this day and age. Let's see what else you get for the price. Manually adjustable seats for the driver and the passenger. The driver's seat will raise and lower. The passenger seat doesn't do that. That's really the only difference between the two. We'll find plenty of room within the glove box right here, and a larger door bin and armrest on the front doors. We work our way over here to the driver's side door. We will find controls for our power side view mirrors. You can lock and unlock the doors. You can lock the windows if you want to, where only the driver can control those. One touch down, one touch up for your front windows, but you won't be able to one touch the back windows. You're going to have to hold those buttons down in raising and lowering, or should I say lowering and raising. Right here, drop the lever and you can adjust the tilt and telescopically adjustable steering wheel. We're going to have our adaptive cruise control right here. And by the way, you also have Honda sensing, so there's a lot of great safety features going on here. We're going to have adaptive cruise control, collision mitigation, braking, lane keeping assist, traffic jam assist. It's all here, and it's going to help you stay nice and safe out on the road. The driver's display, pretty simple and straightforward, depending on what you want to see and do. You can hit the home button right there and then use the scroll wheel to go through the different information that's available, as you can see as it goes on the screen right there. And then you have your speedometer over there. You have the digital speedometer in the middle with your traffic sign recognition and let you know what the speed limit is right there. And we also have our shifter paddles right here and your front and rear window wipers, control, I should say. And you can also use the front and rear window washer if you want to. Nice to have that on both of them. And then right here, you can turn your headlights on. You can set them to auto if you want to, whatever it is you want to. That's easy to deal with. And that's actually a multitasking lever. Some of you know what that is and some of you don't. I'll leave it to you to figure out what I'm talking about if you don't actually know what that lever is for. There's your upper console. Not too much to talk about right there. Now this is the 7-inch touchscreen. Whether you go with a Civic that has the 7 or the 9-inch touchscreen, both are equally simple to use. This one looks a little bit more simplified, probably a little bit more of the minimalistic version, we'll say, of the two. You can pair your smartphone here, and you do have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto compatibility. You're going to have your multi-view rear view camera with a nice bright trajectory lines, as you can see right there. And then we're going to have single zone climate control. I don't think that's a big deal here at this price point. I think that's acceptable, but you can tell me what you think down in the comments section. You won't find a wireless charging pad, but you will find your USB options and a 12-volt power outlet. You have your conventional style shifter. That's always good to know, instead of the push button shifter that I know a lot of people don't like that do come in some of the Honda models. And how about your driving mode? You're just going to toggle back and forth like that to see your driving modes. And we're going to start with normal. That's what you have right there. There is Econ mode. And then we can go back up here to Sport mode. And back down here, if you want to turn your auto stop start or the idle stop system off or back on, there's where you do that. You've got your power parking brake. If you want to use that, you can do that. Turn that on, turn that off. Brake hold mode. That means the brakes do not disengage after you come to a complete stop until you touch the gas pedal again. If that is turned on, your cup holders are right there, and the center console offers a reasonable amount of space for a small sedan such as the Civic. This tray can be put in 2 different spots, or you can leave it out altogether. Driving the Civic, while I know a lot of people are going to say, I'm just not sure about 150 horsepower being enough. Try it before you make a decision on that. But one thing I can tell you about for sure is that the way the Civic is built, the way the suspension is set up, the way the chassis is tuned, it feels like it is literally sucking itself down to the road. And so it is quite an interesting experience when it comes to handling capabilities, because it will make you feel like you're going faster than you really are. It seems that it has enough power to get the job done, for getting up to speed, for getting down the road. Not really a big deal. I don't think anybody buys this particular model of Civic expecting it to have neck-snapping performance, but if you drive it, I think you'll be surprised at how well it accelerates and how well it gets up to speed. Easy to learn technology here. Like I said earlier in the video, it doesn't really matter which size screen you have. If you go with other versions of the Civic where you can get the 9-inch screen, both are easy to learn and use. But if you're really looking for that minimalistic technology, the 7-inch screen is definitely going to do it for you, but both are easy to work with, easy to deal with. You have a little bit more of a modern look and feel to the 9-inch. It just depends on what your situation is and what you desire. Great tight turning radius, obviously fantastic handling characteristics. If you're having a bad day and you want to be that person, or you are that person that goes out for the spirited drive outside of the city limits, you find all the twists and turns to have a little bit of fun, this Civic will not let you down where that is concerned. It just loves taking those tight corners and having a good time. So you can't go wrong where that is concerned, and you're not spending a lot of money to get there. So that's one of the good things. Now I'm going to accelerate on up here a little bit, not working too hard at it, not even at half throttle. Been at 60 miles per hour for a few seconds there, so not a big deal where that is concerned. Easy to see out of. I like that. That's always a good thing, to be able to see well. But you have your blind spot monitoring here built into your side view mirrors, so you've got that added benefit, that added bonus where that is concerned. Now the seats here are cloth, but they seem very comfortable, especially here in the driver's seat. Nice bolstering. I'm very comfortable as the driver. I can adjust the seat quite a bit, adjust the steering wheel. It is tilt and telescopically adjustable. I don't remember if I mentioned that earlier in the video, but that's nothing unusual with these Honda models. But I'd say a very well-rounded vehicle. In my opinion, I think you get quite a bit for what you pay for. Tell me what you think about the 2025 Honda Civic Hatchback Sport. Is it a great economical choice? In this day and age, I think it is. The price point is a little bit higher than I know a lot of us would like to see, but that's just the way it is. But tell me what your thoughts are on this model. I'd like to say a special thanks to my friends at Holmes Honda for loaning me this Civic for the day so I could tell you all about it. And a special thanks to all of you for being kind enough to give me the opportunity to give you a vision for your next vehicle. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. That helps me out a lot. Please make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. And if you would, please share this video on your timelines on social media so other people can see it. If you'd like to learn about additional vehicles you may wish to consider purchasing, check out the video that's on the screen right now, and I will see you there.